Hello! About half a year ago I reviewed really great hybrid in-ear monitors FLC8n. Well, probably FLC8n didn't become the best in-ear monitors for me last year, but they are definitely among top 3 probably, or top 5. So they are really close to the top positions. It's a great model offering a really superb price to quality ratio, and 36 options of tuning was really interesting idea that I really liked to play with. But FLC decided to release with FLC8n, they decided to release more affordable models. They gave this model index FLC8d. They've reduced number of tuning options just to 4 instead of 36, but price is probably how much? About $80 less. FLC8n costs about $350, and this ones you can get for $270 or somewhere there. They've removed options to tune low frequencies and ultra low frequencies. They've decided to use the most popular options: red filter for ultra low frequencies and gray one for low frequencies, and with filters you can just tune mid and treble, getting different signature. And actually I think it's a really good offer, because you get the options that everyone's prefer the most, and you can tune mid and treble anyway. So let's have a closer look. Box is traditional for FLC. It's made of grayish, yellowish cardboard. Probably this color can be named olive or something like that. I'm not really keen in colors. Inside of this box you will have small card with nozzles description. So golden one vocal boost, blue is bass boost, green is treble boost, and gunmetal is kind of reference. And card with specifications. They are same with FLC8n. 8.6mm dynamic driver, dual balanced armature drivers, frequency response from 20 Hz to 20 kHz, 107 decibels sensitivity, and 11 ohms of impedance. So everything is similar. Here is IEMs themselves. Don't try this at home. Here is FLCs and tin can with accessories. There are pretty lot of them. You will have this holder for the filters. It's the same as comes with FLC8, but no filters for low frequencies and ultra low frequencies here, just these replaceable nozzles. And actually gold one, which is also probably the most popular, is already attached. Also you will have short clip, 6.3mm adapter, and also this cleaning tool, and nice set of tips. If I remember right, there should be 8 pairs of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8th one is already on the IEM. So as you can see, pretty good accessory set, lot of interesting and unusual accessories. In terms of build quality, they are almost identical to their elder brother, same shape of metallic bodies, nice bluish color. Actually here used deeper tint of blue. Pretty good ergonomic shape with long spouts. You see they are small, but they are fitting into ears pretty nicely. Here is unscrewable filters, you can unscrew it and replace if you need, and then screw back. Also, this filter serves as a lip for better tips holding. So wearing comfort is nice, sound isolation is about average, it's enough for noisy street or for public transport, but not enough for subway or to use it in the airplane. There is no sharp edges, no bevels, no any unpleasant, non-ergonomic surfaces, so they will fit nicely even into small ears. They've designed it to be worn over the ears, of course. You can probably try to fit them this way, but I don't think it would be really natural. Cables are disconnectable, but connectors are really tight, so I won't pull them now because they're definitely tight. Here used regular 2-pin connectors. Cable here is probably the same as with FLC8n. It's stated as being 7N purity copper filter. It's a bit hard, but it's not getting hard when it's cold, harder when it's cold, but it's a bit hard. So there is a slight hint of microphonic effect, but over the ear wearing allows you to avoid that, so it's pretty nice. It's not easy to tangle. It goes way down to the splitter. Splitter is minimalistic. Chin slider is present. You can use it to even minimize the cable noise even more. And here it goes braided way down to the regular connector. FLC sells third-party cables, but actually stock one is also pretty good. So in terms of design and build quality, really nice model with good wearing comfort and nice ergonomic shape. And of course about the sound, let me put player on the table and we can proceed. You know, FLC really nailed the secret of good sound. Just create pretty linear mids and treble with good resolution, but without being too natural and too fatiguing, and add punchy, tight, low frequencies. You will have the perfect tuning. And FLC8d are really close to this signature. I tried different filters and I've ended with gold ones. I'm using gold filters with FLC8n, and those are not exception. I'm using gold filter here too. Low frequencies are linear without additional accent. They are really linear. As you can see, cable is trying to coil here. So bass is really linear, tight, has really good depth and perfectly controlled. It has good resolution, good texturing, and for those who like non-colored natural low frequencies, it would be a really great option, probably one of the greatest. As an example, I've got yellow. When you need some smart electronic music, just go and listen to some classics. And yellow is one of the most famous and best groups in this genre, and I can select every single track, but one of the most famous, it's Oh Yeah. And they have really great bass line here, and these earphones of course manage to play it almost perfectly, at least to my taste. If you use to some accented low frequencies, when you need some bass that will penetrate your eardrums and hit you direct into your brain, causing nosebleed, it's not a model for you. It's not a bass head model. It's just perfect tight bass without additional quantity, but with great quality. It builds great foundation for the melody. It's perfect for real world acoustic instruments. So nice linear low frequencies. Mids are resolving with as you can probably expect from good tuned balanced armature, with good level of detailization, with great emotions, and everything that is present into recording will be represented by these earphones. And of course they require good quality of recordings because they will will highlight flaws in records a little bit, so they require good material and good mastering and good quality of tracks. And about imaginary stage, it's pretty spacious. Of course, it's not super big as in top tier in-ear monitors, but it's above average both in width and in depth, with good layering, with good instrument separation in width, with good layering in depth, so with good positioning, pretty spacious, pretty three-dimensional, so almost everything is great here. As an example, once again I've got Hiromi Uehara. I really like her trio project and its track named Alive. You know, one of the reasons I like her recent albums, it's because of drums here recorded not in typical jazz style but more in rock style, like they are a bit more aggressive than traditional to the jazz genre, and I really like it. It's adding a hint of additional emotions to her perfect piano work, and with these drums it's really another kind of another type of jazz emotions. Probably it's sometimes for me it's harder to express what I'm trying to say, but I suppose you will understand that. And with these earphones they also really nailed this track, because they are really great in mids where the vast majority of piano goes, and they are good in low frequencies, helping drums to have their body and have really solid weighty kicks. And so really nice representation of this pretty complicated track. Of course, some much more expensive models are better, but in this price range it's one of the clear winners once again. And treble here is, treble area and upper mids are absolutely similar with FLC8n. They are a bit simplified in terms of attacks and decays, but just a tiny bit. They have nice resolution, good but not superb extension, but it's a really good, really competitive treble, let's say. So in this price range they offering nice amount of airness, nice amount of decays, overtones, and everything that should be present in treble area. As an example, I will use a bit unusual group here. It's Anathema. You know, when I first listened to Anathema albums, I think I was at school, and it was their first albums, Serenade and other, and probably it was Serenade and Crestfallen. It's their first albums where they explored doom metal genre. They were pretty heavy and pretty groovy, but I didn't like doom metal, and I just skipped their few albums. And about 5 or 6 years ago I've discovered that they've drastically changed genre, and now I think it's not even metal in vast majority of tracks. It's more of progressive rock, and really greatly recorded, really great and interesting material. I definitely recommend it to you if you like progressive rock. And Lightning Song from their album Weather Systems. It's a great example. There are a lot of orchestra here, a lot of really great clean female vocal, violins, so a lot of notes and a lot of sounds that goes pretty high into treble domain, and it recorded really nicely, this track, and these earphones also managed to represent it pretty nicely. Speaking about comparisons, of course, the most logical and probably the most important comparison is with FLC8n. So difference is $70, and theoretically their sound should be the same. FLC stated that those are tuned like this one. Actually, as you can see, I'm using the most popular tuning with gray, red and gold ones. So this is also tuned in red and gray low bass and sub bass, and gold treble actually mids and treble filter. So theoretically they should sound the same, but there is slight difference present. I've tried A/B testing. I even tried to use one, for example, left earpiece from N set and right earpiece from D set, but there is a slight difference. N is a bit tighter on low frequencies and a bit, just a tiny bit more in terms of quantity with the similar tuning, but with other filters of course you will have different tuning. So should you spend $70 more and get N version? There are two things to consider to answer this question. First one, do you definitely need to tune the bass and sub bass? If you want it, you should spend $70 more. And another question is actually your income. If $70 is how to say, critical or noticeable amount of money for you, you can definitely go for the D version. It's almost the same tuning, but $70 less. You know, the difference in sound probably not proportional to that amount of money. But of course, if you can spend $70 more, you can get this model and get a bit better low frequencies and a bit and more tuning options if you decide one day to use them. But actually I'm pretty sure almost all people will be satisfied with this red and gray option, but of course not 100%. Also in this price range, I think they are priced almost the same. There are a few other models. Let me think a little bit. iBasso IT03, they priced almost they have almost the same price, but iBasso has a bit more low frequencies, but a bit less resolving on the low frequencies. But iBasso has a bit more refined treble with a bit better extension, but they are tuned a bit also more in V-shaped style, so they have more accent on low frequencies and more accent on treble, not much, but just a bit more, so they are a bit closer to, so I'm saying a bit too much, but difference isn't big anyway, you know, so they are closer to V-shaped signature, and they sound more, how to say, more fun probably. If you need funnier signature, then iBasso will be an option for you, but I like more natural tuning, so I prefer FLC a bit more. Actually, iBasso IT04 adding a bit of style to 03, but their price is noticeably bigger, so they are not in the same price range. Also in this price tier, there are what there are there. Duno DN2002, but they tuned definitely in other way. They are mid-centric with rolled off treble and low frequencies, so totally different signature depending on your subjective tastes. There are probably some other models. LZ-A5 has a similar price, but they have more low frequencies and noticeably more treble. So LZ-A5 is for those who like more V-shaped signature, more prominent, more present V-shaped signature. So here is FLC8d. I suppose I helped you to make your choice if you consider this model as one of the options. It's a really competitive, really good model, tuned in natural way with a bit added punch on the low frequencies, but without adding quantity to the low frequencies. Probably I'd call them audiophilic tuning, but not dull and not super, you know, super sharp or super fatiguing. So really good option, as well as FLC8n, but a bit less expensive with a bit less tuning options. Thank you for attention.